A few months after Christmas, when Santa's away, I can't help but wonder, does he sleep by the pool? Or cook on a grill? Or maybe he plays pickup and dunks on his friends.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, if you wanna.
Oh, there he is, crafting fabric. It's no wonder, for all the good quilters of the world. Hi everybody, today I want to show you the May 2023 shipping collections for the Henry Glass Corporation. Here we have, this one's called Old St. Nick. This is by Bob Giordano. He's been designing for us for a while now. His lines are great. This is a line that he does year after year. So we start off here with this great 24-inch panel with Old St. Nick there. He's got all these gifts hanging around on him. He's got his little lantern, which is really glowing and cool. And then got this little these little blocks down here that you could cut that out. You could use it as one piece or just use the two different pieces separately. Check out the selvage. It's a little snowman, different colors, really cute. Here we go this is like a pillow panel, and these are pillow blocks, and you have Old St. Nick with the music in the background, and then he's giving away gifts, going to deliver the gifts, got all his gifts in his hands, and then back to his sled again with all his toys. So here we go. This is a 36-inch panel, and you'll get the stocking of Old St. Nick. But in addition, you get a little added bonus. You get little labels on the bottom, too. So you don't have to buy a whole bolt. But we do have a bolt of the label print as well, which I will get to shortly. But let's go here. So here we have a cream ground with Old St. Nick in different poses, walking, delivering gifts, what have you. Similar design here on a white ground with blue kind of clouds in there, but just kind of doing his thing in the snow and letting the reindeer pull his sled. And then we move to the next print, which is the white ground with the large check in red, and the red ground with the big check, and then it has different label prints made by and date, and you could put that on the quilt. Here's like the little nutcracker characters, and here we have the large red check. And then here we have the little holiday song, cream ground with different kind of retro toys, cute little toys, figurines and whatnot. And then we finish it off here with the black ground check with this fun looking, it's almost like a snowman ornament, different Christmas tree ornaments. And that's it. There you have it. So that's Old St. Nick by Bob Giordano for Henry Glass Fabric. The next Henry Glass May shipping collection is called Red Work Christmas, and it's by Mandy Shaw. And we start out here with this, well, basically the whole line's red and white, so let's start there. And then here you have this white ground with these kind of just like a sketch kind of with in red of different stockings, Christmas tree ornaments, snowmen, and Christmas sort of themes, gingerbread. But really kind of neat, fun, simple. Red and white is always safe, and people always love it. So here you have almost like a cheater on the side here, and then you have, again, different line work done with red, little designs. But you could see in here there's pigment white in the background. I don't know, Marcus, if you could get that, but there's little Christmas lights. It's almost as if it's quilted. It's really kind of cool. Really great idea here. And then down in the bottom, they made these fun little labels to put on as well. There's nothing to write. You can't write made, who they're made for, or who they're made by, or anything like that. So anyway, continuing on, let's see what else we got. So we have a nice stripe. Again, more of these red and white designs. You got the little tree stockings, little holiday motifs in there, the lights and stars. And now here we have more. So here we have the white ground with the red drawings of the Christmas tree stockings and little doves and ornaments for the tree, the star that goes on the top. Here we have a red ground with different little circles with different motifs in them, whether it's a snowman, a gingerbread house, candles, snow, or a tree stocking, and then you have little white dots in the background and little fun stars and hearts. Here's a fun stripe, little wonky designs and little hearts, little kind of snowflakes in there, little dots. Nice mix there, dotted line. And then we go on to the red ground with the Christmas tree lights and little X's and O's. Here we go to very small drawings of little people all dressed up for the winter, candles, angels, candy canes, a lot of different motifs in there. Here we go to the white version of those circles filled with Christmas tree stockings, snowman, gingerbread houses, and such. And then we have the nice hearts and stars for the top of your Christmas tree. And then we go down to the real basic stuff. So we have red ground with the white dot. We have white ground with red little stars and dots. We have the red ground with the white stars and dots. And then we finish it off with the red and white check. So then that is a Red Work Christmas by Mandy Shaw for Henry Glass Fabrics. The next May shipping collection for Henry Glass Fabrics is called Holiday Spirit, and it's by Jan Shade Beach. And we start out here with this 24-inch panel of this great scenic of the barn, the popular truck, the horses, really nice, beautiful imagery here. Really wish I was there. It looks lovely. So here we move on. Let's see, these are blocks. We actually measured them. They're 10 by 10. So this has a lot of the same motifs that are in the panel. We have the barn with the little sled with the presents, a little truck, horses, green barn, red barn, and so on. And then let's check out the supporting cast here. So here we have the stripe, has more of the same, different outdoor scenes separated by a little either blue or red ground with the stars in there. And then here we have the green kind of snowflakes on a blue ground. Here's more of those barns and homes and a little bit of the sleds on that whitish ground with snow and some trees. The next print we have is a blue ground print with the different, the red truck, the green truck that says North Pole on it, little toys. So this is a Christmas line. And then we have the horse print here. It's all tossed, which is nice. People like that. And then the rest of the line is really just coordinates. So you have what I've been calling the wind print, which is like a scroll on the gray ground. We have it in green. We have it on red. And then we have this fun plaid on the white ground with red lines, green lines, and blue lines. Just go over here, Marcus. We have another version of that with red, green, and pink. And then we have these like speckles, we'll call them. We have it in gray, red, and green. So that is Holiday Spirit by Jan Shade Beach for Henry Glass Fabrics. The next Henry Glass May shipping collection is called Willow Hollow, and this one is by Kim Deal. And it's a great group. It's really all about the color. Kim is all about the color. Lots of ditzy, simple prints, a lot of which I don't even know the names for, so I'm not going to attempt to describe them. But let's start here. So we have this blue ground with these little, it looks like a quote to me, or 9. I'm going to make it up so we can have some fun here. So again, you see the quote, little quote marks, little 9 marks or a 6 mark. Here we have these green, looks like artichokes. How about that? How about that? Good one. Here we have scallops or little waves on the blue. But this group is meant to make really awesome quilts, putting it all together. Here we have a tiny little flower in blue on a white ground. Here we have these little kind of boomerang, dotted boomerangs on blue. Here we have little squiggles made with dots. Here we have this great seafoam color ground with these little circles made up of little dots. Here we have a little stripe with little wavy designs in there. A nice little flower on a blue ground. Here a large floral print, very, very detailed. And then we go to a blue ground here with these little dots. And I'm not even going to try to figure out what that is. And then we have these little squares with little geometrics inside. Here we have a nice green ground with a little yellow flower. Here we just have like a grid with little dotted grid. Here we have a green ground print. And then we go on here to, let's call these little pairs, and then these little dotted clusters. And then we have it on blue. And then we finish off on this green ground with these little birds and these little capsules and little flowers in the capsules. And then we also have it on blue. Ironically, the selvage is what I call the 9s and 6s, or the quotes. But anyway, that's Willow Hollow by Kim Deal for Henry Glass Fabrics. The next Henry Glass April shipping collection is called Knights of Old Salem by Shelley Comiskey. It's a follow-up to Old Salem, which was the line last year, which did really well. So we start off here with the 24-inch panel, and of course it says the Knights of Old Salem, and then you have little haunted house and ghosts, little witches, and bats in the sky. And then down on the selvage, you have tiny little skeletons, skulls, sorry. And then we have this repeating block print. You can see here there's a cut line, so you could cut in between. But these are big, really nice, large blocks to work with. Those look really great. And you could cut them out or use them as a whole piece of cloth and make some magic. So let's see. So now we have some trick-or-treating bags. So I kind of open this up in a certain way. So here's one bag. Here's the strap. And then the other bag is here, same as the panel. And then you have the black and white star and dot straps for the bag. So here we have a nice stripe. And the stripe kind of ties everything in together. All the pumpkins, haunted house, witches, potions, elixirs, all that fun stuff. R.I.P., tombstones. And then here, let's check out the supporting cast for the rest of the line. So we have the witches and the moon on black. We have this light orange ground with funky little cats and pumpkins and bats, outlines of bats too. Here we have the ghosts and the tombstone on blackish gray ground. Here we have the same design on the orange ground. Here we have the swirly background on black with the little witch's brew, potions, little books on, to make your little brews and elixirs and cast your spells. Here we have an orange ground with the little witch's shoes with little stars. And then we move down here with the packed pumpkins, and you have some smatterings of ghosts in there as well. Here we have the orange ground with the white bats and the haunted houses and the witch. And then we finish off with two little basics. And by the way, this fabric feels so nice. South Korea continues to be a great place to print fabric. So we have this nice plaid. And then we finish off with the spider webs on black with the white spiders on that. So that is Knights of Old Salem by Shelly Comiskey for Henry Glass Fabrics. Hi everybody, today I want to show you the May 2023 shipping collections from the Blank Quilting Corporation. I'm very excited about this. May is a big time. This is when we ship all of our holiday lines. Christmas is the line we start with. So the first line is by Tana Mueller of Western Denim and Dirt. It's called My Cowboy Gave to Me. We start off with this 36-inch panel, and it's a play on My Cowboy Gave to Me on the first day of Christmas. So on the 12 days of Christmas, My Cowboy Gave to Me, and then they go through all the numbers around in a circle, and then you have the song in the background, which you'll see more of that inside. So let's check it out. Before I go, let's check out the selvage. We have little pine trees. Here we go, starting backwards with the stripe. So this keeps repeating like this, fun stripe in red and green. And then here we have white ground with the little kind of barbed wire snowflakes and that famous red truck. And, all the motifs, the different motifs from the 12 days of Christmas. Here we go to the gray ground with the snowman, the bull's head, the car, the cardinal, the snow globe, and then here we go to the white ground with the Christmas trees, with the fun boots. How cute is that? Really clever. And then you have the little red snowflakes hanging around. Here we go to the white ground with those well-known trucks. These continue to do really well, and they're filled with those Christmas trees. Here we did some circles, and then on each of the circles it says what each day is. So on the 12 days of Christmas, on the 12th day of Christmas, you get 12 lanterns glowing. And then here we have the white ground with the little barbed wire snowflake, then the snowman heads, cowboy snowman at that. Here we have a nice buffalo check with red and black. Here we have candy canes overlaid on that white snowflake ground with the barbed wire. Here we have a red ground with the cowboy boots, with the Christmas cowboy boots. Probably should have done a Christmas tree stocking. That probably would have made sense. And here's the song words on that gray ground. Here we have the barbed wire snowflakes on gray. And then here we did a white on white. This is a pigment white on white. It's kind of hard to see, but if you get it in the right light, you could see it's that same design with the little snowflake, kind of like a sunbursting snowflake. So that is My Cowboy Gave to Me by Tana Mueller of Western Denim and Dirt. The next Blank Quilting May shipping collection is another holiday line. This one's called All Spruced Up, and it's by Satin Moon Designs. And we start off here with this panel with these different blocks that we just measured that are 6 by 12. And they have all these fun motifs. So you have Christmas tree ornaments, little berries, flowers, poinsettias, more Christmas tree ornaments, amaryllis, the berries, and poinsettias, and more of that. You got a Christmas tree, more of the poinsettias. And then check out the selvage. Selvage is pretty simple. Looks like little Christmas tree ornaments. And let's check out the rest of the gang here. So here we have the stripe, which is layers of the Christmas tree ornaments mixed in with the poinsettias and amaryllis and those little berries. And then we move on here to a black ground, really colorful paisley, which is a nice mix. It's like a floral paisley, which is very neat and different. Here we have the packed Christmas tree ornaments, kind of packed in there tight on the tree. Here we have little bluebird hanging out on the branches with the little berries and leaves and white flowers. Here we go to the cream ground with the Christmas tree ornaments. Next is the black ground with the Christmas trees that are filled with Christmas tree ornaments, and then some snowflakes peppered in there. Then we go to the poinsettia and amaryllis on the black ground and little berries and leaves. And here we finish it off with the coordinates. Here we have more of the ornaments on like a gold ground, and then we reverse that and switch the black and gold positions. Here we have like a little scroll on red, and then we finish it off with little poinsettia leaves and berries. So that's all spruced up by Satin Moon Designs for Blank Quilting Corporation. The next Blank Quilting May shipping collection is called Jingle Mingle. It's another Christmas line, and this one is by Sinead Jones. And it's got metallic in it, which is really cool and makes it very elegant. So here we have these blocks that look like 10 by 10. We just got the ruler but forgot to measure it, but I'm going to say they're 10 by 10. So we have this little square surrounded by the gold pearl, and then it's filled with a little reindeer. Here, this one is a Christmas tree ornament. That looks really cool. Here you got a dove, another Christmas tree ornament, and then it keeps switching up right there. So let's check out the rest of the line. And again, really elegant line. Here we have the doves on a red ground with little specks of that pearlescent gold. Here we have this fun kind of like check pattern, or little patches, little squares, little blocks. And then here we have like a scroll, or you could even call it wind blowing through with little specks of gold. Here we have the Christmas trees with the gold ornaments, and then you could see the little reindeer flying through, very subtle. Here we have another one of those wind prints, as I like to call it, with the gold design, the gold specks in there on the black ground. Here we have the reindeer and the snowflakes on the red ground with the gold. Here we just did a simple white dot with the gold metallic. And then here we have black ground with the reindeer flying around, little stars and snowflakes as well. And then we have this kind of scallop with the gold on a red ground. And then we finish it off with a varying color snowflake on a white ground. So that's Jingle Mingle for the Blank Quilting Corporation by Sinead Jones. The next May shipping collection for the Blank Quilting Corporation is called It's Snow Wonderful, and it is a winter themed collection. So winter theme is basically no Christmas trees, no ornaments, no Santa, etc. So this is more of a winter theme line. These blocks we actually just measured. They're 10.5 by 10.5. You have a little snowman selvage. So here you have a little kind of winter scene with a nice cabin, snowman with cardinal, little deer with little designs in the body, a barn, and then just a scenic with the deer again, and then a snowman. So let's check out the rest of the line. So nice red, black, and white line. These are, people have been doing red, black, and white quilts forever. So here we have the scenic that kind of mixes all those motifs from the panel together. Here we move to the pine trees with little different designs in them and some ornaments, different colors, black, red, white. And here we have the little barns or cabins, a little bit of mix of both. And then down here we have the black ground with the deer that have either like an argyle or a plaid or a check in the body. And then we go to the red ground snowman print with the white snowflakes spread throughout. Next we have a black ground print with the tree branches with little budding flowers coming out and little cardinals, red cardinals. Next we have black ground with very large snowflakes in red, gray, and white. Then we go to red ground print with white snowflakes, a black and white check. And then we have just like wind, I call it wind blowing. It just looks like movement, red swirls. And then we have a black ground with the swirls as well. So that's It's Snow Wonderful by LCS for the Blank Quilting Corporation. The final collection for the Blank Quilting Corporation that ships in May is Black Tie 108, number 2. It's the second its kind. And these are 6 different 108-inch quilt backs. Our quilt backs come in 18-yard bolts. Most people buy 3-yard cuts. So here we have the white ground with the black butterflies. Then we have the black ground with these black flowers and white flowers, all different sizes. Here we have a nice paisley with some leaves and branches kind of all around. Here's the next one is a nice abstract one, all different shapes in there, really cool. Will definitely make your quilt look very cool. Here's like a lava print, black and white, and then here is like a water stain on a table, where you leave your water on the table overnight, and then you get that stain. So there you have it. That's Black Tie 2 108 for the Blank Quilting Corporation. Hi everybody, today I want to show you the Studio E May 2023 shipping collections. In May, we usually ship our Christmas collection, so we're going to start right off with a Christmas collection, which is called Furry Bright. It's a cat Christmas collection, and we start off here with this panel that has these different size blocks. These look like about 10 by 10, and you could use this as one piece or cut out each of the blocks and use them separately. You could use this one as well. But really cute. If you're a cat person, this one is all you. Look at this cat's face. He's so cute. But little drinking cat, little cat in the teacup, cat Santa, and then cat kid with the toys. So let's check out the rest of the line. Here we have a nice stripe on the black ground, and this one has all the cats doing all those same things that they were doing in the panel. You got the little joy, giving the gifts on the sled, flying through the sky, and all that jazz. So let's check out the rest. So here we have the pack cats with doing those same things, drinking, playing with the toys, playing with the mints. Then we go to a white ground where the cat's in the teacup, and then the little coordinate for that, or little detail, is little red swirly candies and little paw prints in red and green. Then we move to the black ground print with the Santa cat getting ready to give away gifts and saying ho, ho, ho. And then we go to the white ground with the cats in the different poses again. This guy's opening his presents or looking at them. This guy's got his presents. This one's delivering presents. Then we go to the gingerbread man cat, and then little cookies of fish bones, and then the paw prints. Here's the design of that candy, which is a great design. That could be used with any line. Definitely add a nice element to any quilt. Then we go to the black ground with little white dots and little peppermint candies floating around with the tree stocking and the cat inside, Christmas tree stocking. And then here we go to little mice on a white print with little green and red flowers. And then we go back to the black ground print with the joy and the little cats playing around. So that is Furry and Bright by Karumi Hirai for Studio E Fabrics. The next May shipping line for Studio E Fabrics is called Holly Berry Park, and it's by Art Loft Studio, and it's another holiday line, nice seasonal line here for Christmas. So we have 2 engineered prints. One of the engineered print is a stocking, and you could see the stocking right here, which is great, and then you could have a front and a back. So that's on a 24-inch panel. And then we have another 24-inch panel, which has these beautiful birds and the poinsettias and the berries, little pine cones in there, with this nice fun plaid on the outside. And then here, check out the selvage. Selvage is little leaves. And let's check out the rest of the line. So here we have a stripe that ties it all together. All the poinsettias, the berries, the spiky little leaves, and then this nice plaid. And then we go into the poinsettias all alone on white. And then we have the little berries with the ferns or pine trees. And then here we have a lovely little flower, white flower on red. And then we go to more of the berries and the green spiky leaves. And then we have this black print with words in the background, and then the poinsettia and berries. And then this medallion print that kind of ties all of the colors together, really kind of holds the whole line together if you're making a quilt. And then we here have the berries alone on white. And then we go to the real coordinates here. So we have this design here, like a medallion design on red, and then we have cream on white, light green on dark green, and then we finish it off with that plaid. So that's Holly Berry Park by Art Loft Studios. Next May shipping collection for Studio E Fabrics is called Vintage Whisper from Santa, and it's a nice retro line. It's by Lucci Cravato. So it's got all these really cool, kind of like almost almanacs or really just old advertisements and things. You can see like it says 39 cents, all these kind of old school toys. So really neat there. So we have this 24-inch panel. You could cut it here if you want and use the Santa part, or you could use the whole thing together, or just use this part, which is really nice. So nice, cute panel. And then we have the selvage is just little candies, little shapes. And then let's check out the rest of the line. So we start out here with the stripe, and it's even in these kind of muted retro colors, these greens, like a seafoam green, and like this, peachy pink, and then you got these fun candies in old school colors. So then we go to the wood ground print with the different toys from old school toys, little wagons. I mean, I could probably go through here, and I probably had all those toys. Anyway. Getting old, aging myself. So here we have a nice Santa print, ho, 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 some words mixed in there. Here again we have these kind of retro toys, kids playing on it, a little tricycle, wheelbarrow, things like that. And then we have more of that. This is more of like the newspaper advertisements selling these different toys. And then we have the Noel print where you have the different letters. You could cut them out, use them as is. Here's just kind of like almost like street signs. Or it is really meant to be street signs because they say road and street, but different plays on words there with the holiday, candy cane, Christmas street, gingerbread lane, Rudolph road, things like that. So cute there. Then we have this muted red ground ho 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 print. And then we have the snowflakes on the seafoam green with some red snowflakes in there. Then we have the red ground with the reindeer, and then the silhouettes of the reindeer and some white snowflakes. And then we finish it off with the retro Santa, the heads on white, and then we have the candy print again in those muted colors. So that is Vintage Whisper from Santa by Luci Cavada. The last Studio A May 2023 shipping collection is called The Bones Collection, and it's by Melissa Wang. And it's kind of a fun twist on a Halloween look, I guess, really kind of sophisticated with some beautiful flowers in there. So really kind of putting a nice spin on Halloween and making it really pretty. So we start off here with this block print. You could see neat selvage with some butterflies and flowers in there. But it has the skulls and then these nice blocks that we should have measured, but we didn't. And then you have the skull in there with the flowers, the skeleton hand with the flowers, and so on. So let's check out the rest of the line. So we go to a stripe here with the flowers, the butterflies, the spider webs, the skulls, all kind of mixed in there nicely. You would never think those things work together, but they really work quite well. Then we have the set skulls with the spider webs and flowers all around. The flowers really are quite beautiful in shades of red and pink and purple and some even blue for that. And then we go on to here, which is a light purple ground with those same flowers, the spider webs and butterflies. Here we have that again on a black ground. The spider webs are almost gold, not metallic gold, but they have like a gold feel to them. And then speaking of the spider webs, we have more of the spider webs. We got a little smaller version here with the butterflies and little flowers caught in there. And then we have a blue version of that same design. Then we go to the skull print, totally tossed over a purple ground with black vines shooting all around. And then we go to kind of the coordinates here. Here's the black vine print on the purple. Here's a nice little white ground floral with these little red and purple flowers. Here's the skull and crossbones that's in the block panel that I showed you in the beginning. And then we finish it off with this simple black ground flower. So that's the Bones Collection by Melissa Wang for Studio E.